All right, guys, so in today's classwork, we are working on really just applying all the different things that you've learned. So we're just kind of putting it all together in one problem. And so in example number 1, it says that Ashley is comparing the prices of apple juice at 2 different stores. Sorry, I just realized mine's a little cut off. And the question at the bottom is asking how much more is a bottle of apple juice at store, and again, sorry, this is cut off, at store A than store B. So what we're going to need to find is the price per bottle, which is going to be done by the rate of change, like how many dollars per bottle. So if I look at store A tells me that she can buy 4 bottles of apple juice for a total cost of $5.04. So remember, your rate of change is going to be your Y value over your X value. And so it's telling us that it's $5.04. We know that the dependent variable is going to be the cost, because the cost depends on how many bottles you buy. And since it's 4 bottles for that, so we'll do $5.04 divided by 4 is $1.26. So then for store B, in both of these cases, the number of bottles of apple juice and the cost are going to be proportional, because if you don't buy any bottles of apple juice, it's not going to cost you any money. And you know that if you were to graph something and it goes through the origin 0, 0, it would be proportional. So technically what you could do to figure out the price per bottle for store B is what you could do is you could do $6.90 and divide it by 10 and get 69 cents. However, I'm going to remind you that a lot of the different situations that we're doing are not proportional. So a couple of the ones on the mastery, there's a good chance it might not be. So that's why we want to make sure that we remember how to do it when it's not proportional also, which is to take our change in our Y value and put it over our change in our X value. So my change in my Y value, if I'm looking at those Ys, so I would do $8.97 minus $6.90 to find the difference there. That would be $2.07. Then my difference from 10 to 13, we would do 13 minus 10, which gives us a difference of 3. And then because it's change in Y over change in X, we know that means division. So this store B, charges 69 cents per bottle. So now to answer the final question here, where it says how much more is store A than store B, so that means that we would need to take store A, which was $1.26, and we're going to subtract store B, which was 69 cents, for a difference of 57 cents. Because again, when it's saying how much more, we need to find the difference between those two. So the final answer here for this one is going to be 57 cents. And example number 2, so now we're talking about the price of chicken breast. So this equation represents the total cost at grocery store A. So the nice thing about equations is that the rate of change is right there in the equation. No work we even need to do for it, is that it's $10.34 per pound. It's just given to us right there in the equation, because the rate of change is always that number in front of the X. Now, the graph is a little bit more complicated. So remember, we still need to do our change in our Y over our change in our X. And so to find my change in my Y, I'm going to need to find the difference between these two costs, between the $104.50 and the $52.25. So I need to find the difference between those two to figure out my change in my Y, which is $52, and 25 cents if I subtract them. And then my change in my X values, so that would be the difference between 10 and 5, which is going to be 5. So if I divide $52.25 by 5, that gives me $10.45 per pound at store B. So the final question is asking, how much more expensive is it to buy chicken breast at store B than store A? So we need to find the difference between those two like we did last time. So we need to do $10.45 and subtract $10.34, which means that it's going to be 11 cents more expensive.